Death. Good and evil. Who created man? Why there is life? What happens after death? These are the questions that ponders in the human mind. Long time ago, things that human seeks to answers and tries to understand. Then, the birth of stories about natural forces, creation, supernatural powers, gods, and goddesses arise. The birth of myths. Over 100 different world mythologies becomes well known all over the world. Egyptian, Roman, Scandinavian, Philippine, but the most recognizable and famous in the world is the Greek mythology. Greek mythology is a group of epic stories about gods, goddesses, heroes, creatures, and rituals of ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks used myths about gods to help them understand things happening around them. There were sea gods, woodland gods, sky gods, underwater gods, half-gods, and human heroes that undertakes courageous or romantic adventures. One of the best-known myths of the Greek mythology is the myth of Perseus and Medusa. It is a story of a demigod with great strength and intelligent ingenuity that becomes the great hero of Greek mythology. It is because of his ability to behead the monster named Medusa.
It's impossible that you didn't know the most famous hero in ancient times and the vicious monster in Greek mythology with snakes on her hair and her eyes stares that can turn you as rock. However, despite on her scary appearance, she has a story that you need to know. This is the story of Perseus and Medusa, one of the best thriller-like tales in Greek mythology. Perseus was the son of the Greek god Zeus and the woman Danae. He was conceived when Zeus came to Danae disguised as a shower of gold. Danae's father Acrisius discovered that his daughter had given birth to a son and threw both Danae and Perseus into the sea in a wooden chest. However, the chest washed up ashore on the island of Seripos where the fisherman Dictys discovered it. He took them into his home and raised Perseus as if he were his own son. Perseus grew up to be a brave and handsome young man. Medusa was one of three sisters, the Gorgons, but she was the only mortal one. You might think that she was an evil monster because of the stories and movies that you have watched. But in reality, Medusa was so beautiful and a kind mortal. She was so beautiful that she didn't care about men and remained innocent for her respect to Athena, the god of wisdom. The god Poseidon was crazy about her, but she didn't care about him. Poseidon and Athena had a dispute towards each other, and Poseidon took this situation to use Medusa as an opportunity to have revenge to Athena. He raped Medusa and impregnated her while in the temple of Athena. Athena cursed the mortal Medusa with a hair full of snakes and a beautiful face, but her body was so monstrous. Medusa would be confined in cave, and anyone who made eye contact with her would be turned to stone. King Polydectes, who wanted Danae to become his wife, knowing that he wouldn't have the woman for himself as long as Perseus was there to protect her, the king made a plan to send Perseus not only far away but also to a dangerous mission. Polydectes told Perseus to bring the head of the Gorgon Medusa. Perseus had help from the gods on his quest to find and behead Medusa. Hades, god of the underworld, gave Perseus the cup of invisibility. Hermes, god of trouble, gave Perseus a pair of winged sandals. Athena, god of women, gave Perseus a reflective bronze shield. And Hephaestus, god of fire and the forge, gave Perseus a sword. Using the gift from the gods, Perseus locates and enters Medusa's cave. Perseus finds Medusa asleep in her cave and makes sure not to wake her. Perseus takes the reflective bronze shield from Athena and holds it up to use as a mirror to locate Medusa. Walking backward towards Medusa, Perseus continues to hold the shield in the air to keep a clear view of Medusa, making sure to only look at Medusa in the shield. As Perseus crept closer to Medusa, he wielded the sword that Hephaestus had given him and beheaded the monster. As Medusa was beheaded, she birthed Pegasus and Chrysaor from her neck, who were Poseidon's children. Perseus accomplished his mission and uses the head of Medusa as a weapon to protect himself. He returned from home and gave it to Athena, and she placed it on her shield to be able to protect herself.
Setting: Seripus is an island in the Aegean Sea. This sea is a part of Mediterranean that separates Greece and Turkey. Perseus' adventures take him to some distant mythical places, including the home of the Graii, the home of the Nymphae, and the cave of the Gorgons. Character: Perseus. Perseus demonstrates the qualities of an epic hero since he is courageous, virtuous, protective, intelligent, compassionate, and is willing to sacrifice himself. Medusa. Medusa is represent Venus woman's rage or jealousy, generally described as winged human females with living venomous snakes in place of hair. Danae, the daughter of Acrisius, king of Argos. Polydectes, the son of either Magnus and unnamed Naiad, or Poseidon and Cerebia. Athena, goddess of wisdom, handicraft, heroism, courage, war, strategy, industry, and cities. The Graii were three sisters in Greek mythology who shared one eye and one tooth among them. Their names were Dino, means dread, Enyo means horror, and Pempredo means alarm. They were the daughters of the sea gods Phorcys and Ceto, and sisters of the Gorgons. The Nymphae, or nymphs, were female spirits of the natural world, minor goddesses of the forest, rivers, springs, meadows, mountains, and seas.
Poseidon is the violent and ill-tempered god of the sea, one of the 12 Olympians. He was also feared as the provoker of earthquakes and worshipped as the creator of the horse, a hot-blooded deity. Poseidon had many disputes with both gods and men, most famously with Athena.
Conflict. The conflict in the myth is that Medusa enters the Parthenon. When Medusa had an affair with the sea god Poseidon, Athena punished her. She returned Medusa into a hideous hag, making her hair into riding snakes, and her skin was turned a greenish hue. theme of the story of Perseus and Medusa is told to teach various life lessons. Perseus is cast out into the sea in a wooden chest with his unfaithful mother. Yet they survive the ruses by praying to Poseidon for the seas to be calm. Once landing on the island of Seriphos, Perseus grew into a strong man with noble character and great intelligence. As King Polydectes ordered the near impossible task, there Perseus bring him the head of Medusa. Perseus dedicated himself to fulfilling the demand to save his mother. As the son of Zeus, Perseus had help from the gods during his journey to find Medusa. Perseus used these gifts to locate Medusa and behead her. But it was also his strength, courage, and intelligence that helped him to succeed. His courage, strength, and intelligence was also the reason that Perseus saved Andromeda from the Cetus and returned home with her, slaying both Venus and Polydectes with the head of Medusa by turning them into stone. The story of Perseus and Medusa is the story of perseverance, bravery, and dignity. Perseus personifies the length one would go in order to save the ones you love. Perseus shows the authenticity of his character when he rescues the helpless Andromeda from the Cetus and the attachment to the rock. The bravery and courage of Perseus are shown as he beheads Medusa as well as he defeats Venus and Polydectes.
Studying, engaging, or reading mythology gives us context into our world, our literature, and our own beliefs. Aside from its ability to entertain us, mythologies can also take us into another world. And not only that, but mythology as an interpretation of one's culture and tradition is full of life lessons, ethics, and morals that we can take and apply into our daily life.
I'm Ana Camila B. Madonza from BSED 1C.
I am Rosel B. Lapos and I am one of the Group 6.
I am Judy P. Leonin from BSED 1C, and this is the story of Perseus and Medusa.